All right, everyone. This is a warning to all politicians. I'm running for president in 2024. Part 49, I believe. So, many people know that the Soros guy and others are involved in a lot of these things. I mean, we got to find out who paid to have bricks delivered at these places, these protests and other things. And we have to find out how the mayors of these cities, especially up there in Seattle and the Congress people of those districts, can put the rights of their citizens in the pursuit of life, liberty, in the pursuit of happiness, on hold to satisfy a mob. I didn't know being a mayor gave you the right that it was your own little fiefdom, that you can make up the rules as you went, that you could go outside the Constitution. Or for governors, that matter, and Congress people. There needs to be congressional hearings on all of this, and I don't know why no one is calling for congressional hearings. There needs to be an investigation by the FBI into the finances of these mayors and these congressional people who have encouraged this stuff and then stood by and even actively facilitated these mobs to take over the cities and destroy other people's property and lives and assault people to do these things. To go down the street and make people get on their knees. Are you kidding me? In the United States of America? That's all ISIS crap 101. Because I guarantee you, if you look into it, the mayor up there in Seattle, those people up there, they took money from somebody to look the other way and to allow this stuff to happen. For their campaign finance or for their own personal bank accounts, whatever it is. I guarantee you, if you look into this, these people were given phone calls and made promises of support for their campaigns and everything else if they allow stuff to happen. And if they hold the police back. Now, the oaths of office are to defend the Constitution of the United States from all enemies, foreign and domestic. These mayors in these cities, especially up there in Seattle, has denied the people in that area their rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness to satisfy a mob, a deranged, drug-drenched mob. Do you understand this? They have no right to do that. No right at all. There are other people who live there in those neighborhoods who don't want any part of this, who are losing thousands of dollars a day in revenue. Their whole lives are being turned over. Who's going to help them put their lives back together? These mayors need to be held accountable. That is not their own private fiefdom that they can tell the people of the city, you know what? Don't care about your rights. I'm going to do what it takes and satisfy this mob and put money in my pocket to help my own political career. No way, shape, or form. And Congress needs to step up and say, you cannot allow this to go on. Now, I understand our right to protest and peacefully assemble and all this, but you know what? It's 2020. And just like they scream from the left, well, here's another thing. You got to understand, these people don't think an unborn baby has the right to life and liberty in the pursuit of happiness. So what makes you think they give a damn about your rights? Now, just like everyone says, hey, it's 2020, we got to modify all the gun laws and everything like that. Well, guess what? We got to modify these demonstration laws. We have got to modify this stuff. You're going to have a demonstration, a march. You're going to have a march. All right, here's where your rally point is going to be. You go and get a permit, and the people who are responsible have their names on that permit. Just like out here, you want to move an oversized load, you got to have a permit for every state, county you go through. This is going to be your rally point. Your names are on the permit. City or state will issue a permit for free and not going to infringe your right to protest or to have a march. But you're going to have your rally point, and you're going to say what your pathway is going to be, and what day it's starting, and what time it's starting, and when it'll end. And people going into that march and protest will be checked for weapons, and they will be checked for Mazel Tov cocktails and everything else. Sorry, because here's what they do. They say, oh, well, all that looting and all that burning, and that's not part of us. That's not part of us. With no way to separate, well, from now on, it should be, you're going to have a protest. This is the way it's going to be. And the people going in there, you say you don't want that, you don't want those looters and arsonists, and guess what? We're going to have a screening. You're going to have a rally point, you're going to have a path, and you're going to have a screening at that rally point. And guess what? If anybody gets out of line, starts looting or arson or anything like that, or violence, your name's on the permit, you're accountable. You are accountable. You want to go have a candlelight vigil in a high school football field, a park, any place like that? There you go. There's your permit to go do that. You say you have nothing to do with the looters and the arsonists? Fine. We're going to make it easy to separate those people from you. You're going to have your peaceful protest under certain parameters. No more of this horse shit. You say all the gun laws and everything need to be modified, and I would agree. We got to do something to keep the guns from getting into the hands of these gangs and criminals. Definitely something has to be done. I agree with that. There's too much innocent people getting killed. But you're not going to ban rifles and make it hard for law-abiding citizens to get a weapon. But if you say those things can be modified, then guess what? The way protests and marches are held, those things can be modified too. And I promise you, if this should ever come to fruition and I should ever reach office, there will be an investigation on all these people involved in these cities. There will be an investigation. And I'm as a citizen, I'm calling for the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigations to see what's behind all this, to see if these people took money, because they have trampled on the rights of the citizens of these cities to conduct their lives in a lawful manner, to be able to operate their businesses and to move freely and safely through their cities. By allowing this lawlessness and chaos and anarchy to go on. I wouldn't, and none of the news media is reporting on it, if there is anything being done. If the FBI, somebody asked Trump, or DOJ, somebody, is there an investigation to see why these people are being allowed to do this? What connections these mayors have? If this Soros guy is behind a lot of this, who left the bricks for people to throw? Is anything being done to track all this stuff down? Because if this Soros guy is funding all this and everything and encouraging anarchy, he's an enemy of the Constitution of the United States of America. He is an enemy of this nation and should be treated as such. I wish you all the best out there. Remember, Arts Party 2024. No contributions, no rallies, no commercials, no volunteers, no nothing. Give me a thumbs up along through here, and we'll see if we get enough people that agree with my ideas and write me in, and I will, when it comes time for the 2024 election, at the earliest date, I will file the paperwork as a candidate for President of the United States of America. We'll see what happens. Maybe we can at least get them to take note if we make a big enough noise. No matter what happens, wish you all the best out there. God bless. We'll see you on the next one. Adios.